This is the KidzLife Good News Network.
Ow, that was my toe. Oh, Moss, my head. I can't find the lights. It's so dark in here. Where did everybody go? Oh, my goodness. Well, I know they all took off for a long weekend. We all needed a break. But they have to leave the studio so messy. Good grief. How am I going to find it? I don't know where to look. Hey, it looks like that camera's still on. Kids, are you still watching out there in internet land? Oh, I'm sorry. We're not really having a really long show this week. You see, everyone needed a break, so we figured 30 AD could take a couple of weeks off. Oh, but what am I doing here? Well, I kind of left something pretty important in the studio when I left last week, and I was coming back to find it. I feel pretty embarrassed about it. You see the gift? You know, the one the Queen gave me last week? You know, the unbirthday gift. See, I got it when I was feeling bad about being rejected. And then I kind of left it here. And now I can't find it. You know, when you get a special gift, you really need to take care of it. You know, maybe I left it over by the studio desk. Hey guys, come on, follow me. Let's go back over to the studio. What animals? Can't they put things away? Good grief. Oh my goodness, the studio desk is a mess. Oh look, it's Chaz's John the Baptist costume. Remember that storybook he put together? Let's see, I believe the word of the day was Messiah, which means chosen one. Wow. Oh, here's some of Carl Sandiego's books. He's so smart. And the interview he did with the Professor Puppet was so good. And is he really reading some of these? I don't know. But they were talking about what the word Messiah means. Oh my goodness. And these boxes and and Chip Dip's tunic. You know, he did our first report on Jesus as a child. He's been in all of our other shows. Look, I found my gift. Wow. Thanks, kids, for helping me find my gift. Oh, you want to know what's inside? Well, to be honest, I did kind of peek. Okay. I did kind of open it. I wish I hadn't because I'm not sure what it means. Do you want to see? Oh, I'm not sure I should. But okay, since no one else is here. So when I peeked and opened it up, the first thing I pulled out was this card, and on the back it said, reject. I don't like that word. But then I turned it over, and it says accept. So I can either accept or reject something. But then I reached into this little tiny box and I pulled out this huge scroll. I know, right? This little tiny box and this huge scroll. It's like a miracle, which reminds me of those joyful scientists who was trying to explain what a miracle was. Do you guys remember that show? You know, I really do like the scientists, but I wish I really knew their names. Anyway, on the scroll, it said the following. John 3:16. For God loved the world in a way he gave his one and only Son so that whoever believes in him will not perish, but have eternal life. Well, that's from the Bible. So my gift is a clue about something I must do. I must choose to accept or reject what I read from John 3:16. But that's where I'm confused. I'm stuck. What am I supposed to do now? What exactly am I supposed to accept or reject? I really wish I had someone to talk to, but everyone's gone. Hey, wait a minute. What's this on the desk? It's a DVD. It has a note on it. It says, "For Morgum, from the Queen. Please watch this to learn more about John 3:16. How does she know these things? Well, I've got a video. Now, if only I had popcorn. Well, all right. So, we've got a video. Let's play it. Let's see if we can play it. So, you know what? I need to try to get it on here. So I'll put the video in my computer here. And they don't like me to play with the buttons very often, but here goes. Oh no, not that one again.
Hello friends, I'm Megan.
And I'm Jessie. Hey Megan, listen to this. For God so loved the world in this way. He gave his one and only Son, so that everyone who believes in him will not perish but have eternal life. John chapter 3, verse 16.
Way to go, Jessie. You just said John 3:16 perfectly.
Thanks. My dad helped me memorize it.
That's awesome. John 3:16 is actually part of today's Bible story.
It is?
Yep. Jesus said those words to a teacher named Nicodemus. Nicodemus wanted to know more about Jesus. Listen to the story. One night, when Jesus was in the city of Jerusalem, a man named Nicodemus came to visit Jesus. Nicodemus was a religious man. He studied God's law, tried very hard to obey it, and taught it to others. Nicodemus wanted to know more about Jesus. "Teacher," Nicodemus said, "we know that you are a teacher who has come from God. No one could do the miracles you do unless God were with him." Nicodemus was right. Jesus was a good teacher. Jesus came to earth from heaven, and God was with him. Jesus decided to teach Nicodemus an important lesson. Jesus said, "A person cannot see God's kingdom unless he is born again." Nicodemus was confused. He thought that a person got to go to heaven if he was good and obeyed all of God's laws. Jesus' words did not make sense. "How can anyone be born again when he is old?" Nicodemus asked. Nicodemus knew that babies are small when they are born. How can a grown man be born again? Jesus told Nicodemus that when a baby is born, the baby gets a life from his parents. But that kind of life does not last forever. Jesus said that people can get a better kind of life from God. This kind of life means people can live with God forever. Nicodemus still did not understand. How is it possible to get life from God? Nicodemus asked. Jesus said, "When I tell you about things we have seen on earth, you do not believe me. Will you believe me when I tell you about things I have seen in heaven?" Then Jesus reminded Nicodemus of the time when God's people disobeyed God and got sick. The people were healed when they looked at the bronze snake on a pole. Jesus said that he would be raised up like the snake so that everyone who believes in Jesus will be healed from their sin and have eternal life. Jesus told Nicodemus about God's great plan. Jesus said, "God loved the world in this way. He gave his one and only Son so that everyone who believes in him will not perish but have eternal life." Jesus was talking about himself. He is God's one and only Son. Nicodemus wanted life with God, but he could not do anything to earn it. Eternal life is a gift. God showed his love by sending his one and only Son to rescue people from sin. Everyone who believes in him receives God's gift of eternal life through Jesus.
Whoa! Jesus is not just the Messiah or the chosen one. he's also God's son. And he died on the cross for me. Well, okay, not just for me, but for everyone. And he did it because he never sinned. You know, Jesus was tempted by the devil and still never sinned. Do you remember when we talked about temptation? Oh, I do. Those donuts were so good. But I still don't know what I'm supposed to do. What am I supposed to reject or accept? Well, you know, as we've learned over these last few weeks, if you're going to look for answers about God or Jesus, then there's only one place to turn. No, not to the scientists, to the Bible. The person that seems to know a bunch about the Bible is the Queen, so I guess I need to go back to Kingdom Kids. All right, kids, just like last week, I'm going to need your help one last time. Let's do a leap of faith. You know, with a leap of faith, we never quite know where we're going to end up, but we know that God's in control. So in this case, we're going to say Kingdom Kids on the count of 3, and we're going to leap and see if we end up in Kingdom Kids. All right, ready? Here we go. On a 1, on a 2, 3, Kingdom Kids! What? Wow! Every time I jump, my clothes change, and now I have a suitcase. Besides, I think the 80s called and they want their clothes back. Anyway, you know, I think I'm supposed to be here a while. And I think I'm supposed to learn more about the Bible and about God and Jesus' everlasting love for us. Maybe when I learn more, I will know what I'm supposed to either accept or reject. I'm still not sure. Oh, look, it's Holly Pocket. And I think she wants me to join her. Well, kids, I think you need to go outside and have some fun. I need to learn more about the Bible. It looks like we're all going to take a 2-week break, but we'll be back with something new the weekend of June 7th. Until next time, God bless, be safe, and see you in the scriptures. Hi, Holly Pocket.
Hi, Morgum Candy.